Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Najwa Fatiha Nasaruddin 118081. I've been assigned for the topic of artificial flavor for the recorded presentation as my individual assessment. We are always eating snacks, candies, sweet drinks, and etc. However, when we eat these sweet treats, do we really know how they are made and how they get their flavor? Do we know what's in it? Most likely not, but today we will find out. But before that, check your pantry or nearly any grocery store shelf. Odds are many of the items you will find these natural or artificial flavors in the ingredients. Of the two, natural flavors sounds more appealing. But what are natural flavors and how do they differ from their artificial counterparts? What is basically artificial flavoring? Artificial flavoring is what we taste in things like candies, gums, soda, and other sweet treats. Artificial flavors are created with chemicals mixtures that can mimic a natural flavor. Natural versus artificial flavoring. Natural flavor. The term natural flavor or natural flavoring means the essential oil, oleoresin, essence, or extractive, protein hydrolysate, distillate, or any product of roasting, heating, enzymolysis which contains the flavoring constituents derived from spices, fruit or fruit juices, vegetable or vegetable juices, edible yeast, herb, bark, bud, leaves, or similar plant material, meats, seafood, poultry, eggs, dairy products or fermentation products thereof, whose significant function in food is food flavoring rather than nutritional. Artificial flavor. The term artificial flavor or artificial flavoring means any substance the function of which is to impart flavor which is not derived from spices, fruit or fruit juices, vegetable or vegetable juices, edible yeast, herbs, barks, buds, roots, leaves or similar plant material, meat, fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products or fermentation products thereof. To put it much more simply, basically if something is a natural flavor, it is derived from some natural sources. Artificial flavors on the other hand are made from anything else that doesn't fall under the natural umbrella. The first one is esters. When an organic acid and an alcohol are mixed together and heated in the presence of an acid catalyst, the two will react to form an ester. This process is called esterification. Each ester has its own unique odor, and with a discriminating nose, one can use this fact to help identify them. In most artificial fruit flavors, many of the few chemical components are esters. Esters are another homologous series of organic compounds. They are sweet-smelling and have a fairly complicated structure for this level of organic chemistry. The next one is octyl acetate. Octyl acetate, also called as octyl ethanoate, acetate C8 or caprylyl acetate, is an organic compound with the formula of CH3CH2 702CCH3. Occurs in many autumn fruits including apples and pears. We can find it as well in other fruits from kumquats to oranges, and even in whole wheat bread and beer. Food processing companies make octyl acetate synthetically and use it either to impart a citrus flavor or in combination with other compounds to make artificial apples, peaches, pears, and strawberry flavors. Its orange's odor and taste allow it to make candy have the sweet orangey taste that we all love. Isoamyl acetate. Isoamyl acetate has been identified as one of the main volatile aroma constituents in banana fruits and jackfruits. It is also formed during the fermentation of wine. Isoamyl acetate is also an organic compound with the formula of CH3COOC5H11. Isoamyl acetate, also known as isopentyl acetate, is an organic compound that is the ester formed from the isoamyl alcohol and acetic acid. It is a colorless liquid that is only slightly soluble in water, but very soluble in most organic solvents. Isoamyl acetate has a strong odor, which is also described as similar to both banana and pears. Pure isoamyl acetate or mixture of isoamyl acetate and other flavors may be referred to as banana oil. Natural vanilla extract is a mixture of several hundred compounds in addition to vanillin. Artificial vanilla flavoring solution of pure vanillin is usually of synthetic origin. Synthetic vanillin and ethyl vanillin are used as flavoring agents in foods, beverages, and pharmaceuticals. Ethyl vanillin is more expensive and has a stronger flavor. Compared to vanillin, ethyl vanillin has an epoxy group rather than a methoxy group. The largest single use of ethyl vanillin is for flavoring. Ethyl vanillin is an important food additive and flavoring agent approved by the WHO. Has a vanilla odor 3 times the power of vanilla and is mainly used in the production of today's sweet chocolate and shows anti-mutagenic activity. Ethyl vanillin possesses antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Propyl hexanoate, also known as propyl caproate, belongs to the class of organic compounds known as fatty acid esters. These are carboxylic esters, derivatives of a fatty acid. Propyl hexanoate is a very hydrophobic molecule, practically insoluble in water and relatively neutral. Propyl hexanoate is found in alcoholic beverages. Propyl hexanoate is a constituent of apples, apricots, grapes, passion fruits, star fruits, mountain papayas, and other fruits. It is also found in cheeses and various alcoholic beverages. Ethyl cinnamate is the ester of cinnamic acid and ethanol. It is present in the essential oil of cinnamon. Pure ethyl cinnamate has a fruity and balsamic odor reminiscent of cinnamon with the amber note. The para-methoxy derivative is reported to be a monoamine oxidase inhibitor. It can be synthesized by the esterification reaction involving ethanol and cinnamic acid in the presence of sulfuric acid. It has a molecular formula of C11H12O2. Ethyl cinnamate is not only meat but also found in the oil of cinnamon and cinnamon sticks. Butyl butyrate or butyl butanoate is found in alcoholic beverages. Butyl butyrate is also found in many fruits such as banana, cherry, melon, plum, and also present in cheese, cider, and soybeans. Butyl butyrate is used in fruit flavor compositions. Butyl butyrate is an organic compound which is an ester formed by the condensation of butyric acid and butanol. It is a clear, colorless liquid that is insoluble in water but miscible with ethanol and diethyl ether. It is commonly used as artificial flavoring, resembling orange juice, and is hence used in nearly all orange juices sold, including those sold as fresh or concentrated. It is also used in alcoholic beverages as a solvent in perfumery and as a plasticizer for cellulose. Ethyl butyrate is one of the most common chemicals used in flavors and fragrances. It can be used in a variety of flavors. Oranges, the most common, cherries, pineapples, mangoes, guava, bubblegum, peaches, apricots, figs, and plum. In industrial use, it is also one of the cheapest chemicals, which only adds to its popularity. Methyl anthranilate, also known as MA, methyl 2-aminobenzoate or carbomethoxyaniline, is an ester of antranilic acid. Its chemical formula is C8H9NO2. It has a fruity grape smell, and one of its key uses is as a flavoring agent and a metabolite. Methyl anthranilate, both as a component of various natural oils and as a synthesized aroma chemicals, is used extensively in modern perfumery. It is also used to produce Schiff bases with aldehydes. Methyl 2-aminobenzoate is found in essential oils including bergamot, orange peel, lemon peel, jasmine, ylang-ylang, and neroli. Also present in Concord grape, strawberry, starfruit, wine, and rice bran. Benzyl acetate is an organic ester with the molecular formula of C9H10O2. It is formed by the condensation of benzyl alcohol and acetic acid. Similar to most other esters, it possesses a sweet and pleasant aroma, owing to which it finds applications in personal hygiene and healthcare products. It is a constituent of jasmine and of the essential oils of ylang-ylang and neroli. It has pleasant sweet aroma reminiscent of jasmine. Further, as a flavoring agent, it is also used to impart jasmine or apple flavors to various cosmetics and personal care products like lotions, hair creams, and etc. Another example is benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde is a chemical naturally found in almond that is responsible for that almondy taste. Almond flavoring is synthesized from lab-made benzaldehyde because it is cheaper than extracting it from real almonds. The vanilla beans get most of its flavor from the chemical compound vanillin. Synthetic vanillin can be made by several chemical processes and is known on shelves as imitation vanilla. Pure vanilla extract is when vanillin is extracted into alcohols, and natural vanilla flavor is synthetic flavor made by fermenting ferulic acid and not by combining chemicals in a lab. Should we opt for natural flavors over artificial flavors? It may seem healthier to choose foods that contain natural flavors and avoid those with artificial flavors. However, in terms of chemical compositions, the two are remarkably similar. The chemicals in a particular flavor may be naturally derived or synthetically created. In fact, artificial flavors sometimes contain fewer chemicals than natural flavors. In addition, some food scientists have argued that artificial flavors are actually safer because they are produced under tightly controlled laboratory conditions. Artificial flavors are also less expensive to produce, which makes them more appealing to food manufacturers. People who are vegan may unknowingly be ingesting animal-derived natural flavors in processed food. Overall, natural flavors don't appear to be any healthier than artificial flavors. Taste and flavors are not the same thing, although the two are often confused. Flavor is how we perceive food and other substances based on the combination of senses, which include taste, touch, and smell. In addition, the idea that there is a difference between the natural chemicals, like those found in fruits and vegetables, and the synthetic version of those chemicals is just a bad way of interpreting the world. All foods are made up of chemicals, whether they occur in nature or are made in a lab. That means everything we smell or taste is a response of chemicals. The characteristic smell of cloves, for example, comes from a chemical called eugenol, and cinnamon, which is just the dried inner bark of specific trees, get its aroma and flavor from the compound cinnamaldehyde. So, both artificial and natural flavors contain chemicals. The distinction between natural and artificial flavoring is the source of chemicals itself. Natural flavors are created from anything that can be eaten, including animals and vegetables, even if those animal things are processed in the lab to create flavorings. Artificial flavors, on the other hand, come from anything that is inedible, such as petroleum, that is processed to create chemicals of flavoring. In the world of known flavoring agents, there are thousands of different molecular compounds. They are all created for a purpose: to copy a real flavor from nature and to flavor our own processed food with a delicious fruity taste. It's amazing how chemists and flavorists are able to create things like this for our tongues. They combine tiny molecules to reach a fascinating flavor in order to add to our food. Artificial flavoring may just be to flavor food, but it can also be considered as a work of art, taking a base from a natural flavor and making it its own to create something brand new.